No clue. All my papers are all a mess.
Stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, you're welcome. February 20th, 2012. If you have any questions, comments during these proceedings, please come up to the microphone, give us your name and address, and state your business with this body, please. I'm going to add one item under new business number 8. We'll go with C, appointment of interim city superintendent. I'll ask for the roll call, please.
Mayor Cedar?
Here.
Member Burns?
Here.
Foley?
Here.
Kinsfather?
Here.
Krebs?
Here.
Laporte?
Here.
And McCartney?
Here.
All present, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. We'll go to consent agenda number 4A, City Council minutes, February 6, 2012, regular meeting recommendation approve.
So moved. Support.
Motion's made, supported. Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Number 5, ordinances and resolutions. A, ordinance introduction, amendment to zoning ordinance, Article 8B, Downtown Redevelopment District. Mr. Atkins.
Yes, Your Honor, members of council. Recently, the Planning Commission held a public hearing on a request for an allowable use variance for the Gaslight District, which is 3rd Street. Had a request to place a veterinary office in the former credit union location. The current ordinance did not allow for that. Therefore, an amendment has been proposed. This has been approved by the Planning Commission, if I'm correct, Mr. Laporte, with a recommendation to approve the introduction of the amendment for the schedule of building uses to allow for the veterinary office in the Gaslight District. And you have documents that have been attached.
Will the veterinary's office take the entire credit union building?
Yes, I believe so.
There was, the veterinary office is allowed in the downtown district, but not in the Gaslight district, and we think it was just a tax oversight. It is not a permitted use, it's a special use.
I move that we approve this, or have the first reading.
I'll support.
All right, the motion's been made and supported to introduce the ordinance. Questions? Call the roll, please.
Member Burns?
Yes.
Foley?
Yes.
Kinsfather?
Yes.
Krebs?
Yes.
Laporte?
Yes.
McCartney?
Yes.
And Mayor Cedar.
Yes.
Carried, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. We'll go to B. So resolution adopting updated poverty exemption policy and guidelines. Mr. Atkins.
Yes, Your Honor, members of council. Under the public acts relating to hardship exemptions for tax purposes, we're required to pass a resolution that establishes the criteria and guidelines to seek a poverty exemption. You have a copy of a resolution for your consideration this evening that does spell out those in accordance with Public Act 390 of 1994, following the guidelines for the assessor and the Board of Review to implement in relationship to the poverty exemption policy and guidelines.
This is pretty much a
Pretty much can document. It does follow the guidelines again as set forth by the state public act.
How often does it have to be updated?
Only has to be updated if there are changes in the act that's done. So this does reflect the most recent changes to the act, as well as establishing a more structured application process than what we've had in the past.
Just out of curiosity, do we have many people apply for this poverty exemption?
We don't have a large number, but we do have a few that fall into the criteria and make applications for it.
Make a motion to approve. I would support.
All right, motion made, supported. Comments, questions? Call the roll, please.
Member Foley?
Yes.
Kinsfather?
Yes.
Krebs?
Yes.
Laporte?
Yes.
McCartney?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
And Mayor Cedar.
Yes.
Carried, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. We'll go to reports administration number 6A, City Superintendent, Mr. Atkins.
Yes, Your Honor. Members of council, in your packet this week, you have a detailed spreadsheet showing transition items. I tried to provide you as detailed as I could the major projects or activities that are taking place at this time. I've listed on the spreadsheet the item, the current assignment and the transition of who would be handling the portions of this, the status, and also notes to date. The majority of the assignments, these folks have been involved in some process or some portion of the process. And again, these are the most significant items that we have. I've had a few comments from council members who were surprised that we had as many of these things that are active on the books, but there are quite a few things that are taking place. I did start the transition process in meeting with key department heads. We've been doing this over the course of the last couple of weeks. We had a very good meeting last week and kind of handing off the baton on several of these items, and those are indicated here. I feel very confident that all of these items will be able to be handled without any problem. We still have yet some transition pieces to do that'll be done right up until the last day, I suppose, that I'm here, but I do feel confident that all of these assignments will be carried out. There are some items that are indicated for council action, and those primarily are just appointments of representatives to the various boards or committees, as indicated below. Some of these you're aware of we've asked for in the past. Again, if there are any questions, I'd be glad to answer those questions. I did provide to you this evening also a detailed listing of public work activities and functions. There was a question that was asked to me by a council member in regards to that portion of the request for proposals. And as you can see, the dilemma that we're having, and this is just a short, well, I would call it a short list, but I think it's significant items. There are about 23 different items that the Public Works Department does, so it's really not feasible or practical to be able to bulk these into one request for proposals. So council will have to take a look at these and determine if in the future you wish to consolidate those and then seek several proposals based on the specialized areas. But I felt this would be helpful for you to be able to understand the number of things that the Public Works Department does. And that does tie into one of the items that's listed. It would be item number 1 on your list, which was the utility services portion. This was part 2.
I have a question. As a general topic, and not to just pick on the list, but as a general topic, the initiatives you've made with the spirit of cooperation with the townships, do you intend to have any kind of a closing meeting with those township officials, just, you know,
Yes.
to keep the way going?
I actually have met with Supervisor Randolph already to date. Supervisor Mahaffey and I have spoken briefly around his work schedule, but I will meet with him. And as a courtesy, I'll meet with Supervisor Schweihofer. Although we don't have a lot of projects that are direct with China Township, I will certainly extend that courtesy. But I have completed one of those meetings already. And again, I will wrap up those with those elected supervisors. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Downey, you have anything for us this evening?
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Any city departments anyway out here tonight? Number D is authority boards, commissions, committee chairs, the council reps, anybody? The unfinished business tonight, we'll go to new business number 8. Letter A, confirm appointments to the Downtown Development Authority. Before we have 2 applicants, Dennis Peternell and William McCumbee, to add to the DDA commission with your blessings. Dan Lockwood is here if there's any questions.
I'd move to support the appointments.
I'll support.
All right, motion made, supported, questions, comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We'll go to B, resignation of city superintendent. Mr. Atkins?
Mayor Cedar?
Yes, sir. All right, I have before me a letter from Scott Atkins asking for the submission of a resignation as the position of city superintendent. Since being hired by the city in 2006, I've enjoyed being able to make positive changes on behalf of the council and residents. Many challenges have faced us. I believe we have been able to achieve many successful results. I have been pleased to have the opportunity to serve with the community and wish nothing best for the city. I have begun a transition process. We'll continue to work with staff and our professional consultants to ensure a share of information that will allow for projects and day-to-day operations to continue as smoothly as possible. Thank you for the opportunity to have served the city of St. Clair. Respectfully, Scott A. Atkins. I will need a formal resolution or motion to accept this resignation.
I would move to accept his resignation with regrets.
Support.
All right, the motion is made and supported. I'd also add, Mr. Atkins, congratulations to you to new positions. Good luck. If we can be of any assistance to you, we certainly will. You can always call me for advice.
I take up on that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Your Honor.
All right. Motion made and supported. Any other questions, comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. We'll go to letter C, which we added as the appointment of the interim city superintendent. With your blessings, I would like to appoint Mike Booth as our interim city superintendent and have Janice Wynn continue as our assistant city superintendent.
Support.
We moved.
Move.
All right, motion made and supported. Questions, comments?
Yeah, the one comment I've made in the past is, I know when there's been this kind of transition before, we always come to the point after the fact to establish the reimbursement compensation package for these individuals, and I just like to get that out of the way before they actually start putting in the effort.
Yep. Any other comments? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Go to number 9, claims and accounts, February 9, 16, 2012. Mr. Laporte.
Yes, Your Honor, if there aren't any questions, I make a motion to approve as presented.
All right, motion made and supported. Comments, questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Number 10 is public comment. Anybody have any questions, comments this evening? Come on up, state your name. We'll move on then. Number 11. Anything from the council? Announcements?
Nothing here, Your Honor.
No. I wish good luck to Mr. Atkins in your new adventures. Thank you, sir. Keep in touch.
I second that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would personally like to thank Scott for all the help he's been to me, first stepping into the council. He's always been very generous with his time, and I really do appreciate it. Good luck.
If there's nothing else, Your Honor, I make a motion to adjourn.
Support.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Have a good night, everyone. Be careful. A safe trip home.